done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition?
I'm here.
Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just dropped.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
Oh, God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not. No.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second.
Yes,
I know,
yes,
but don't be a but person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, "Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you." She said, "Okay, I think I can take it." So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Damn.
And took her breath some more.
What's up, y'all? It's Kelly West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. You know, y'all wasn't really waiting yet anyway, so don't act like you was waiting that long. So anyway, I'm here to sing my songs and shit and talk my motherfucking shit. You already know. So with that being said, let's get on. Extra Pro comes through. Thank you for tuning in. I have to be honest with y'all, I don't think I'm going to be on all night because I started off a little later than I wanted to. Whew. But anyway, we're still going to keep on kicking and keep it going, right? So from the title, it says, why do women like Keke Palmer defend dating men with less money after running out of options?
Really him. You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Now, yo, if y'all remember, it was Keke Palmer who had a baby about a year or two ago, and she's the one who went and put, you know, frivolous charges on the man. Remember she was saying that, you know, he was abusing her. Literally copycat, you know, literally Haley Bailey, who put DDG on papers on temporary custody for his child, right? You know, for her to have full custody and take Halo from DDG. Halo Bailey literally carbon copied Keke Palmer's whole little rundown to go take the kid away from DDG. Well, ironically, I guess it didn't work out that way, so she ended up, I guess, when she realized she couldn't land Usher or she couldn't land some basketball player or some celebrity, now it's okay for her to now level, you know, snap to for her to date down. Now, this dating down thing is not original to me. This is something that I learned from watching CGA, you know, salute to the coach. Now, yeah, this is something that he showed us years and years ago, probably about 8 years ago. But, you know, it was a newscaster, man, who actually brought up, you know, I guess who mentioned dating down. And it was a topic, but let me show y'all what I'm talking about. There's no point in me telling y'all. I need to see it for yourselves. All right.
We like to call So They Say. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, and it looked like the fellows had a lot to say about it. Finding love is not that easy, right? And it's especially hard in this economy. And guess what? Many women say they are finding it very hard to find a man who makes as much as they do. A study by Cornell University found that the country's declining marriage rate is due to the lack of financially eligible bachelors. Women are actually outpacing men with education, and this is changing the age-old mentality that men are the breadwinners. In turn, the gig or small gigs economy and lack of good jobs out there have left the ladies single and disgruntled. And researchers say they are seeing a trend of women dating down, which means, you know, a man who dating down. All right, listen, it was in the prompter. I mean, who writes it on it? Disgruntled. This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job. We're really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay. Go ahead, doctor. All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal and because you're dating down.
I hate that. Yeah.
What is that about? It wasn't called dating down.
Right. Yeah.
When men were the breadwinners, all that. Now it's dating down.
Yeah.
What is that?
I have a feeling though that some of the issue here is that it may be the psyche of the men, that when they make less, they are insecure and it can affect their
This report is about the
relationship.
women complaining about the fact that,
they don't
now I gotta get
So
a guy.
yeah, I guess my question would be, so are these women expecting the men to cover everything? They want those breadwinners, so they.
That's what it sounds like to me by this particular study. I have to date down now. What is that? You wanted to make more money? You make more money? What's the if there is a responsibility with making more money? First of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it. You wanted to make more money. Right. You know, are you going to find many men out there that make as much as you do?
And my point is, so now you're going to, because we hear so much about women that are like, oh, there's nobody out there. There's no one out there. I can't find love. I'm getting too old. Now you're going to sacrifice the fact that you could find that love because the man's not making that much money. And you're
Yo. So, as you see, this is not a new topic at all. XO Pro says like, share, subscribe. Cash App, $ Cali West 1. Let's get these subscribes and these likes up, y'all. Come on. I could do it. Don't front. Likes are free. Now, of course, we got my boy Jay Flo says salute Cali West, XO Pro chat. And he says Jam and Ram City, US of A. And he says, what is that? If you want to make more money, and you want to make more money, there's a responsibility. Accept it. Salute. Yeah, see, the truth is, the reason why women want to make more money, and the reason why women want to, just be real, the reason why women want to get better houses and more money is because they want to put themselves, they believe, making more money, they put themselves closer to men who make more money, which in essence is technically true professionally, but as far as sexual market value, no. Unfortunately, a man is, even if he is an attorney and his partner is a female, more than likely he's not going to date her. Because one, he don't want to get sued up to yin yang, and then two, why date the 35-year-old business partner when he could date the 21-year-old secretary? Let's just be real. Now, let's hear what Keke Palmer has to say. Yeah, Keke Palmer, she don't know where to go now. And yeah, she might be okay with a dude who makes less of her for now. But as soon as she get her ego back up, yeah, she'll be on some dumb shit again.
Who did y'all want her to be with?
There you go. Damn. This bitch look like a crazy woman. Look at her. This bitch demented.
Here's when a man finds his woman under a bridge.
No, I live for Stedman, but you know that Stedman has for many decades been the butt of jokes.
Yeah, because of gender rules.
Yes.
People feel like because she's Oprah Winfrey, who did y'all want her to be with? Barack Obama? That doesn't make sense, guys. I mean, I feel like that's the weird thing about powerful women, what we're left with. So I'm supposed to find love, but he's got to have a certain amount of money. And then, but at the same time, I got to still be like, guys, what's going on here? Why am I? Nobody cares when a man finds his woman under a bridge. No one cares.
No one
cares. And I frankly don't care if that's who you love. That's who you love. Why do we have to deal with that? That to me makes no sense. I ain't never look. My daddy told me a man needs to treat you right. He needs to handle and service you in whatever way you need service. Let me tell you one thing that Keke don't need: money. From nobody. Now, if you want to give a little something and get my nails done, something cute,
but
I'm fine with it.
But shouldn't they make that effort?
Yeah.
But
you might still look like Stedman to the world, and that's a great role.
Because if
I was married to, I was with Oprah Winfrey.
Hey, you just be sitting up there waiting.
Chilling.
Yeah,
and Stedman, by the way, Stedman's esteemed.
Yeah.
Stedman has a whole career. He's just not Oprah.
Yeah.
So the fact that how dare people compare you to your lover?
Yeah.
I hate that Oprah had to endure that.
Yeah. Exactly.
I hate that she
Yeah.
had to endure that.
It's
And I hate
true.
that Stedman had to endure that. And that's why I said what I said, because you had a good role.
Mm-hmm.
You were supposed to be my Stedman.
Yes.
Come on.
He was.
When I played that for my dad said, yeah, because why did he want to be Stedman? Nobody cares when.
Now, yo. See, yo. Let's just be real. The reason why men are able to go and pick up a chick from a dumpster or, is because that's what women want. Women always want to upgrade. But yes, you will never find a woman who will go and downgrade or date down unless all her options of dating up has been exhausted. Some bros might be happy that Keke Palmer is saying this, but that's after she damn near tried a monkey branch on motherfucking Usher. Don't forget that, y'all. Don't forget this same chick. She was the one who was all freaking and all flirty with Usher, okay? Yes. Yeah, I remember that with Usher. Mm-hmm.
Emotional damage.
So the truth is, she's just keeping herself relevant. You feel me? She's just keeping herself relevant. So, if she was to say the same old shit, like, oh, a man got to have a certain amount of money to afford me, one, she'll be contradicting herself because her dude, not that he ain't shit, but, he might not have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? He's not a big time celebrity or anything like that, right? But Keke Palmer, for all intents and purposes, of course we know that she tried a monkey branch, a couple of dudes was probably in her DM and she was feeling herself and all that. Especially when she was in front of Usher. She proved it right then and there. J Flo says Big Mike don't even love Barry. Damn. Then he says, Miami Man says, don't give strength to women, your ways to those who destroy kings. Proverbs 31:3, a warning to avoid being ruled by lust and manipulation. I feel you, bro. Facts. And I ain't gonna lie, Keke Palmer ain't necessarily all that. And that bitch look crazy as hell right here. But the bitch is actually kind of pretty, though. But she ain't nothing special, though. But just know, this same chick right here, who talk about it's okay to be a Stedman and all that, she tried her best to keep that baby away from her own baby daddy, the same dude that she's still with now. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So don't think her sticking up for men with less money, is meaning that, y'all brothers necessarily got a chance. Because remember, her baby daddy, he's still a light-skinned 6'2", 6'3" ass ninja, all right?
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
And yo, awesome young basketball player, young football player, she is one DM away from begging her from her boyfriend, who she claims is okay to be with, even though he doesn't make that money, blah, 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 blah. All right? Just know, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why she did that is because she tried to monkey branch, and shit didn't work the fuck out. Don't believe the hype, y'all. Don't believe the hype. Now, there is another story that I do want to share, which is about this dude. He I guess he broke up with his girlfriend, or the girl that he was fucking with, right? So I guess he catch himself deciding that he's gonna break it off, right? Unfortunately, she had different plans in store. Woman allegedly blows up man's car after he curves her. In the picture box, it says, "Bro, a bitch really blew my car because I want to talk to her no more. Her name is Kiara Lewis. Her name on Instagram is 03 Keto. Like, share, and comment. Yo, make this shit you go viral. Shawty gotta be stopped.
Progressive.
You got is it like a phone card?
I don't have any of that. I'm about to call them in a second.
But yeah, get a policy number and send it to us.
Okay.
That'll help us just for documentation purposes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here's your insurance.
Progressive.
You got is it like a phone card?
I don't have any of that. I'm about to call them in a second.
But yeah, get a policy number and send it to us.
Okay.
That'll help us just for documentation purposes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here's your insurance.
Progressive.
You got is it like a phone card?
I don't have any.
Now, let's read what it say in these DM. In the DM, it says, I don't know what he said on top, but it says, leave me out of this. Can you answer the phone, please? This is important. Please call me. I just need to know what to do. And he responds, jail gang? Sheesh. Hey, I don't blame him at all.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
She says, can we please work this out? I can get you a new car. I can't have a felony. I won't be able to recover. I'm not you. And he says, nah.
Emotional damage.
She then replies, I'm just trying to figure out if I need to quit today or not. And he just sent her a picture of the smoldering car. She then says, you didn't deserve this all. I'm not trying to be funny. If I don't respond, I'm just trying not to make things worse. She said, make things worse. Fucking hilarious. You was a real live, awesome, hating shit. She said, why you unsend it? Just say what you want to say. And my words, I'm talking about my case that's eventually happening, not you. You say whatever you want. Call me whatever you want. Just say it so we can part ways. I told you I would never bother or contact you again. I'm trying to respect it. That's all. Then there's a response that says, you are very lucky you aren't home, but we will cross paths again. So that's what she said at first. Damn, look at his car smoldering, bro. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see this. My bad. Let me make it bigger. Look, smoldering. Dude. How she managed to do that shit, bro? How she managed to do all that shit, man? Like, yo, she must have got like some gasoline or something and doused that shit.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Cause goddamn, man. Damn. She really wanted that peen that bad, bro?
Emotional damage.
God damn it. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Hey, man. That's one thing I learned too. Don't estimate these hoes, man. These bitches is fucking crazy, man. Miami man come through, says, be careful. Stand firm in your faith. Act like man. Be strong. Salute for the $10 super chat to Miami man. I appreciate you, G. Yep, gotta definitely be careful. Gotta stand firm in your faith and act like a man and be strong. But shit, you know, there's always that time for
that all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Once again, shout out to Miami man for showing love to the Cali West Miami show. Wise words being spoken for real. All facts, G. Now, I think I got some time to just party and bullshit with y'all now because at that point we already talked about the main event already. Like I said, I don't plan to be out here all night, but we can still wrap around and talk our shit. Now, speaking about females, not there's females who they talk about they don't mind a dude who don't make as much money as them. You know why they don't mind dealing with a dude who make much money as them? Because even if a dude got coming with at least half of what they got, that's still better than nothing. Because what? These hoes are broke, y'all. Economy is bad.
Just my finances. Like, just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Yo, and she was the same one. I don't know if y'all remember. She was the same one who was talking about how she did not want a 9-to-5 ninja. Y'all remember that? She was the one who said that she did not want a 9-to-5 ninja.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now she on the goddamn girls podcast, finna cry and shit.
This is a sick Negro.
What they say? I got 99 problems and the bitch ain't one. Now, See? Now, another reason why Keke Palmer is okay with a dude that she got now is because she's probably definitely been in this situation before.
Jamar, can you sign one, please?
Yep. Y'all remember that? I showed that yesterday. But NFL star Jamar Chase is going viral for the way he curved a woman after he just signed a 4-year contract for $161 million. Yo, salute to bro, man. Salute to bro. Now, one of the reasons why he probably curved her, because guess what? He was a broke nigga before he was a rich nigga. So he know how it feels, bro. He knows exactly how it feels. So now that he up, he like, and what's crazy is that, even though she got curved, she still is getting, she's still getting a little bit of attention. Because as a matter of fact, they done, once that happened, they done found a bitch, okay? They done found a young lady. I don't call her a bitch. They done found a young lady. Check her out. Y'all see her? There she go right there. She's not a bad looking chick. You know she done went under the knife. That's a BBL. Yep. Like, yo, she look good. I mean, I ain't gonna say, yo, no cap. Let's just be real. Y'all might be like, oh, she ain't your type or whatever, but she look good. She look good. Well, guess what? She's a dime a dozen, man. She's a dime a dozen to, this man and his money. What did Yeezy say? There's 1,000 yous and only one of me. Hey, it'd be like that. Even Keke Palmer even said, the men that we're left with, they're to only deal with rich men. That go. The only men that they're left with is, average men or men who are below them, per se financially. Now, what else I got for y'all in my trick bag? What is it? Now, yo, I need to show this because this is a reality, yo. This is a true reality. Check this out. I had to show this, and I'm probably gonna post this on my community post and on Instagram. But check this out. Tell me this is not real. This is true facts. And I've been seeing this since 2008. Not to the extreme to the point that, not to the extreme that I've seen grandmas with tattoos on their face and shit like that. But I still remember in 2008, 2009, 2010, I was seeing like older chicks who probably got their tattoos in like the early 90s. And, some of these bitches, they look like they could literally be somebody's young grandma, right? Not like because, you can tell they was like 40 plus, right? And they had these old tattoos, and that's one thing I could definitely say is tattoos, even on men. When tattoos tend to age, unless you have a really good skin or you have some really good quality tattoos, they tend to look really shitty when you get older, man. That's the only caveat about tattoos, bro. And guess what? And I ain't lie. I got tattoos, my damn self.
Emotional damage.
I don't know if it's because I went and got quality ink, but my shit don't look too bad. I got a couple of that. Yeah, I think I got one tattoo that's, kind of on the shitty side, That, he could have did a better job. But, other than that, though, I think all my other tattoos are pretty clean and pretty good looking. But yeah, man, but just know, in our near future, there'll be really people's moms and grandmas who look like this. Because let's just be real. If you live in the hood or been around in the hood or seen chicks, especially on like social media, these chicks don't really care because, we live in a whole different age where people can make money. And people look at things, they don't look at things, they do permanent things for temporary reasons, But guess what? A lot of chicks are going to end up like this. This is a reality that's literally already happening, bro.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Just imagine, too. And with how Social Security is about to probably end in 2030, 2035, if there's no Social Security, there's definitely going to be no damn fucking, that's why they're taking away the damn Section 8. They can't even afford to even give it anymore. And guess what? You're going to sell a lot of bum bitches on the corner looking like this. Some busted up ass bag ladies.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Shit crazy. Like, I love tattoos, but there's certain things I just don't like tattoo. My neck, you know what I'm saying? My neck, my face.
Nope.
Shit, you never know. Shit, you might have to work out the white man's job again. You never know. And even if you have your own job, don't you want to be presentable? But, some people don't think about things like that, though, do they? But, hey, okay. Now, let's see what I got. What do we got here?
7, and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is a We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household.
What kind of shit is that?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Fellas, it's a trap. You can't bring structure to something that's already got no structure. Sometimes in certain buildings, the structure is so bad and so fucked up that they had to destroy the structure and start fresh and anew. Don't fall for it, fellas. Yo,
you're a victim.
Don't fall for it.
Seven children on one person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own. Yep. That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids. Right. But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, hear me out.
Didn't I say something?
Hold on.
Yo, you see why she said no? The reason why they can't work it out with the father is because they already poison dripped the father already. You feel me? They already sent his ass to the child support court. They already done apply for the Section 8. They already done apply for the WIC. They already done had him sent to jail a couple of times because he didn't really want to pay the child support until he broke down and finally just paid the child support.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
She done probably already slept with his homeboy or slept with a drug dealer or try to level up. Broke his heart to the point that he ain't never gonna fucking go back to her, bro.
Really him. You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Does or has any of these 3 things, she is a 304. Tune in. Number 1, if she orders seafood boil or eat crab legs, she's a 304. You might ask me, what's wrong with crab legs? What's wrong with seafood boil? See, honestly, it's just a cover-up. These are thoughts that are trying to be bougie by eating crab legs, seafood boils. They're just trying to cover it up. These are sophisticated, bougie thoughts that are just trying to cover it up with seafood. Y'all ain't slick. Number 2, she goes to brunch. And especially if she goes to brunch on a Sunday, she's a hoe. And if she goes to brunch with her friends, she for sure a hoe because her friends are influencing her to do hoe activities. They all just 304s. That means you're gonna have to get away from that. And number 3, if she wears a choker necklace, she is for sure a 304. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about, little black ones that are like right here, really tight on the neck. If she's wearing that, if she's wearing that daily as a part of like her drip, like that's her style, that goes a 304. She's on go. You won't even have to take her out on a date. She's the type to ask you like, when are we gonna link up?
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Celios Myers come through. He says salute to the chat. We appreciate you tuning in, bro. All right, what else I got in this trick bag? Oh, this is, man, it's all hot out here for y'all boys.
Samaj.
Emotional damage.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
You say you was with who? Samaj.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
That's fucked up, bro. Yo, man, I ain't trying to laugh about it because we all been there. You know what I'm saying? But see, now that, you know, we all been there, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of laugh at shit like this. But guess what? All men, we all been through there. Trust me, it's not worth. You look, if you ever feel like you might do something to harm yourself and others, please call. There's plenty of 1-800 numbers for help. You know, we will never advocate for you to inflict violence on yourself or anyone, right? Believe me, you know, after the pain, you will be okay. Trust me, she's doing you a favor. She's a fucking slot machine, whatever you want to call it. You don't need her. You know what I'm saying? Any chick who will admit some shit like that to you is doing you a favor, brother. I know it doesn't feel like it, but trust me, it is, bro. Yeah, man, homeboy was distraught, man. Bruh. And that's another too, y'all. Don't ever give her the satisfaction. Because see, now she got the other man all laughing at your ass, bruh.
Emotional damage.
Whew. Man, that's a cold thing. Cold thing.
Fuck out of me. I said cheat so many goddamn times. So that was just some get back. It was bad get back. It was pretty diabolical. But didn't Cardi B go and get a nigga that cheat more? Everybody already knew what they had going on. He was already in everybody's face. She already knew what the fuck was going on. She could have been divorced him, could have been separated her ways, not had more children with him. It's not that bad. Then she wanted to go through that, and then she wanted to find her nigga that cheated more. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad to break up a happy home.
It was already broken.
Okay. Excuse the fuck out of me. You know, a single parent household is not that bad. Confusing the kids is not that bad. Putting the kids through mental anguish and emotional damage is not that bad. Walking away from your family is not that bad. Getting your black blown out by a goddamn sniper is not that bad. Yeah, the fact that women think that this shit is okay is weird to me. The fact of the matter is, kids that are raised in two-parent households do better than kids that are raised in one. So wouldn't you want your kids to have the best chance of life? Wouldn't you want your kids to have mommy and daddy there? Now all Cardi B is doing is getting dug out by Stephon Diggs. And everybody in the world know that that nigga got hoes. You left the man that was cheating on you for cheating to go to a man that will cheat on you more. Girl, man, you left the man that you're married to, that's committed to you, to protect and provide, for a football player that is going to drag your ass and drop you off back at the house.
Definitely right.
No wonder why we marry white women. That ain't exactly the goddamn best thing, because Shannon Sharp going through what he going through too. Tag an artist that deserves to go viral.
What kind of shit is that?
You know, there's a caveat to that. I mean, but it is true. I mean, not necessarily saying a white woman won't try to do you over. But think about it like this. Shannon Sharp wasn't in a real relationship. Well, I guess that doesn't even matter nowadays, because look what the Cassie and Diddy situation. You know, you just got to watch out. But, yo, man, it's something that, you know, it has to be addressed. For some reason, black men and black women just have a disconnect when it comes to relationships, bro. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Who?
Now, Kimberly Reese says, love you, Callie. I appreciate you, my love. Salute. Thank you for checking in. we appreciate the ladies admitting they watched the show. So I appreciate you being tuning in to the show, no doubt. Now, as a matter of fact, we can even segue to even that discussion because he brought up, black men dating white women, right? So look what this brother got to say.
I think black men, if they want something like a family, you gotta date interracially at this point. They have to marry interracially. The black American woman was not raised to value marriage. She was not raised to value black men. She wasn't even raised to respect black men. So you can't really build anything with her long term.
The thing is, brother, I'm going to say this, and I said it on yesterday's show. This is disappointing to say this, but I believe that everyone should get ready for a world that we've never seen, and I'm talking about where black men and black women are no longer together. I believe we're already there, right? I believe we're already there. No one can put up with those levels of disrespect for too long, right? And you have white women over here, they're saying, well, I saw him, he was practically homeless, and I just saw something in him. Only a fool would not recognize which would be the better choice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I watched that video earlier of hers, and she is such a wonderful woman, and she actually points out what's wrong with our society as it is. Black women, inherently, they don't respect you. They'll tolerate you as long as you make a certain amount of money, but even if you make way more than her, she still doesn't really respect you just because you're a black man.
Right.
That black man she was describing was damn near poor. He was living in his vehicle. He had just gotten on his feet, and she still showed him way more respect than a black woman ever would.
And in return,
there's nothing you can do.
In return, I want you guys to know this. That woman has 4 white kids. So both of them came together and compromised. Now both of their lives are better. In our community, man, all we hear is, I don't want no scrub. Right? And it goes back to what you were saying. They were programmed like this. So there's no... I read a study a while ago that said what a person is doing at the age of 30 to 33 is likely what they'll be doing forever. Apply that to a mindset where somebody was taught this, brother, for, they say it takes around 10,000 hours to master a specific skill set or art. And that's a little bit over a year, right? It's around 14 to 16 months. Imagine being taught a specific thing for 200,000 hours. That is in you. So that person's likely not going to be able to be lectured or anything on respecting black men, looking at black men in a way to where he can govern that house and she still stay in her feminine. It's probably over, man. What's your thoughts?
People don't want to acknowledge that. However you met that black woman, that's who she's going to be for the
rest
of her
life. You better know it.
And if she does change, it's only for the worse. Black women don't improve because they can never admit when they're wrong.
Damn. Now, is there truth to that? Is he lying? I heard a lot of facts being spoken. Now, look, it's not all black women, but there's enough black women to have the conversation. Like, for example, Michelle Obama. This man, loved this woman, or at least showed her the utmost respect, at least on camera. This woman has been doing everything to tear down their legacy. I think the kids want to go by their own last name. That mother encouraged that. Then she went to say that she's glad she didn't have a son because he would be a Barack Obama. That's a personal shot at her own fucking husband, bro. Fucking pitiful, bro.
Emotional damage.
Yo, Bill Clinton was getting his salami fixed by a young, chunky secretary, and Hillary Clinton still didn't disrespect that man. Yeah, Michelle never liked her. Never liked her. Straight up. And she's not attractive. I don't care what nobody say. She does not look good. Very masculine looking. So anyway, what else I got for y'all here? Oh, this chick, she is speaking some truth here. Check it.
Kai Cenat created a school before Dr. Umar. Kai Cenat created a school before Dr. Umar and didn't even ask for money or donations. I'm gonna say it one more time because Dr. Umar liked to repeat. Kai Cenat opened a school before Dr. Umar.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But shh, don't tell nobody.
Yo, she ain't lying though. She ain't lying. I never even thought about that either. Think about that. I mean, you know, we know that Kai Cenat didn't put in an accredited school. I mean, it's not accredited. It wasn't really a school. But just the fact that he even organized an event like that, you know, there's no reason why an intelligent man with a doctorate like Dr. Umar shouldn't be able to kind of have his school up and running, at least even for some type of grades, even if it's K through 6 or something like that. But guess what? He's just sitting on that property and gaining donations because the property itself is more valuable than having a school. How about that?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And all that money y'all donate goes into a money market account that he's probably not even going to touch for a long time.
This is a sick Negro.
Mm-hmm. Shit crazy. Now, yo, everybody who's tuning in, please press like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. You know, YouTube, you know, they blessed me with a job, but I still got to do my own advertising, my own promotion. You know what I'm saying? That way I could kind of get pushed through the algorithm a little bit more. I know YouTube has, you know, been trying to show, you know, been looking out a little bit, but, you know, I could always need more, you dig? So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, y'all. If y'all feeling this shit, I appreciate it. All right, what else I got for y'all? I think, you know what? I ain't gonna cap. I think that's almost just about it. I don't know what this is, but we about to play it.
Do you think you could help me pay the light bill?
Here's my card.
Thank you.
For sure.
Hey, babe, I need some gas money. Do you think you could help me?
Yeah, I got you. Here's my card.
Thank you, babe.
Go ahead and fill it up, baby.
Thank you.
For sure. Go, girl.
Hey, baby, do you think I can get all this?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll give you my card. There you go, baby.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, babe, I don't have enough to pay for this. Do you think you could pay for it for me?
Nah, I got you. I should have offered in the first place. That's what gentlemen do.
Thank you, babe. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and I'll be right back.
Bitch, give me my goddamn card. You pay for this shit your goddamn self. Matter of fact, you owe me some money.
Pay me what you want it. Don't act like you forgot.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
This is a sick Negro.
Yo, I must say, that's the one negative thing about, you know, whether you're dealing with the JUCO, you know, JUCO could be a little pricey, but, you know, whether you're dealing with pay to play or pay to meet, well, pay to meet is different. and pay to play is different too. But you know, sometimes we all have friendships where you know the woman might get a little beneficial. You know, she might get a little financial benefit, a financial windfall from being, you know, generous with you, with her, right, with herself, right? But you know, I guess no men don't really mind paying for it, especially when we live in a monetized daycare market. I think the only caveat is you kind of wanted to kind of like, you know, ideally you kind of want in a situation where like, you know, she likes, you know, she still wants to fuck you, but you know, she kind of wants some money sometime or at least half the time. But you know, these chicks sometimes they start asking all the time. That's because they really, really believe you don't have no other. I don't know why these females sometimes they'll be fucking and sucking you, but they think that you can't get no other hoes. It's really crazy. I don't know. But with that being said, sometimes in this monetized data market, you might have to end up spinning plates because these chicks, you know, they end up getting out of line. You have to cut their ass loose because shit, you know, I don't mind, you know, paying a bill or two and hooking you up, but hey, you gotta at least act like you like a nigga, even if you're not, you know. I mean, I'll hope you're like a nigga if you fucking sucking a nigga dick, but hey, these chicks, man, they just think that you're supposed to be their fucking pet wallet. And sometimes you either gotta smack their hand for being in the cookie jar a little too much, or cut loose. Dump that bitch. A man support man says salute to Kelly West and everyone in the chat. I appreciate you for tuning in, G. Is there anything else I needed to share? Oh, I thought this is really, really weird. Check this out, y'all.
Me how to kiss when I was younger.
What did she tell you to do?
She told me how to tongue kiss when I was younger.
Like, what's the instructions?
It wasn't no instructions. She showed me with her mouth. Like she
kissed you?
It's my mother.
No, I'm just asking. My parents barely kissed me on the cheek.
No, my mom, she showed me her tongue kiss when I was younger. Remember, my mom was 17. She's a baby. Look at all the babies that's having babies now. Sure. And look how.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Jim Jones. Yo, Jim Jones, you know you've been tripping lately, right? Jim Jones, you've been tripping for a while, because this is not even a new clip. Jim Jones. First, you admit to the world that your mama was tongue kissing you. So that means Mama D, the woman that all these chicks be like, oh, Mama D, she cool, she real. Mama D this, Mama D that. She was tongue kissing down Jim Jones. I don't know who Mama D is. Maybe Mama D is a little scrappy mom, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mama D, I think, is Jim Jones' mama. But she was tonguing down Jim Jones, and you went and bragged about it. See, that's how you can tell there was probably a little bit of molestation. Because here's the thing. When someone, here's the thing. We live in a society that, you know, is now corrupted, but just go figure. In order for a kid or a person, even an adult, to be corrupted, they had to have seen something that they thought was the norm. And see, read this. If she tongue kissed him, what else did she teach him, bro?
You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Man, that might be some PDF file business, bro. I know he's an adult, but is it too late to, you know, charge mama, bro? Because that is sickening.
Oh! Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read. You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Very ancestral, y'all. Very ancestral. Peep this, man. That's why sometimes men are deviants when it comes to XXX. That's why sometimes men end up being, you know, down with a reading rainbow. because they get sometimes turned out by their mama. And let's go figure too. That's kind of why black men accept big women too. Why do you think black men accept big women? Is because not only is it because most of the women are big now, but because, you know, a lot of us came from a big woman, bro. And, you know, and unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, I'm not speaking from personal experience, but, you know, from what I have witnessed, I've witnessed it myself, one, and two, heard it. But guess what? A lot of black women walk around naked in front of their kids, bro. Mm-hmm.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Remember that there was a few videos when kids had to, remember when they had the whole lockdown and stuff, and kids had to basically go to school on the internet at home? When that happened, there was a few times where I think there was a couple times where kids, I guess their mom was, I guess there was one video, probably not a bunch of videos, but there was one video where, you know, the kid was like, I guess, you know, in class, and the mom was in the background, butt ass naked, like going to go get some clothes or something from like his room or something. She was butt booty naked, and the whole class seen, you know. Now, I'm not saying that that's an assessment of all black women, but it is not unheard of that, you know, they have walked around naked in front of their, even their boy children, which is really, 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 really crazy. Now, let's see here. So yeah, man, I ain't gonna cap. You know, I didn't really mean to be here all night. I'm probably gonna shut it down now. Well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. You know, I will come through. It's Wednesday tomorrow night. So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you're feeling this shit, yo, it's Cali West. I appreciate y'all for tuning in on this Tuesday. Peace out, y'all. Gone.